Your direct competitor, I know.
Him, yeah. No, but the well, I was looking up to. I mean, for me, it was there are these two boys. There used to be these two boys called Famous People, right? And all of a sudden, I started seeing Famous People. I'm like, who are these guys? You see, and so I started learning about them, and they would put out a video, and every time it was different. Of course, it was Abraham. I mean, Abraham was doing something amazing.
I think they took over the scene after Abraham.
Yeah. They didn't even take over. I think Abraham was still there, but they took it to not different level, but they took a different direction.
And then they took over. Look,
what I mean different direction?
2010.
Yeah.
VGM is music video of the year. 6 videos.
Of course.
5 was theirs.
Because the direction they went was different. Nobody had done it. And it's like you're waiting for the next Famous People video, you know? And I was wondering, who are these people? And their work looked like they had like they were like 17 people or 20 people, and they would pull out with some concept. It was something else. So for that, I was looking up to them. I was also looking up to a few other people. There was Stip, who used to work with Abraham himself, of course, and a few other people. But direct competition, it was him.
Say his name.
No, him.
Yes, because we're active. We were active at the same time.
Yeah, and also because I was looking forward to what he was always putting out, because it was always different. And at that time, it was, I do this, he does this, then I do this, and then he does this. And I'm like, okay, I go this way, and then he goes. It was always very different, you know. So that's what made it exciting, and the fact that we were not at loggerheads and we could talk to.
Did you guys ever face off at an award show?
I'm sure we did.
Face off.
Yeah, he's there, I'm there.
Yeah, what's up?
He wins like clap. Yeah. I remember one award he showed up with like a director. It's on his cap or his t-shirt or something.
T-shirt.
Yeah, I wish I could unplug that thing off. I'm like, I don't know.
Who's your favorite director to work with?
My favorite director to work with? Film?
Yes.
In Ghana right now? Him.
Oh, that's dope.
Work together.
He's the reason why I'm acting. I said this somewhere, but they put them to everybody now. He's the reason why I'm acting, because when he gave me the opportunity, it's not like I had not gotten the chance in the past, but there are different directors, you know, considering the kind of people that they use for their movies at that time that I had auditioned, and I'm like, but Chinese people, I know they don't go any artists go, you know, but I didn't say anything. I used to complain, you know, but then when he gave me the opportunity in 2014, to be a part of my first feature film. I mean, I was like, okay.
What film was that?
This was Interception. We did Interception.
Yeah. You know, action movie, like star-studded action film.
Badass star-studded action movie. And not only just that, because I remember when Pascal came to Ghana, you know, he brought his movie Evolve. I was like, what the Ghanaian? You did this movie? You directed? Yo, I was so blown away, you know, with that movie. And I'm like, Charlie, why wouldn't I want to work with him? You know, I want work class, you know. So as far as directing is concerned, definitely.
$200,000 in your account. You guys are creators behind the scenes. Invested in one Ghanaian artist.
Artist?
Yeah.
200,000 Ghanaian artists. By artists, you're talking arts generally, not just music. Right? Music. 200K.
Right now.
5-year deal.
5-year deal.
To get your money back. Make profits.
Okay, I picked someone like D Black. The reason why, because D Black doesn't come in one package. The people you go feature.
Now 200 never know.
Yeah. No, he will know exactly how to market the thing.
Davido's last album was a $300,000 budget.
Yeah.
So 200 is not far from the highest budget I've heard from an African artist. Thank you very much, Pascal.
Yeah, for real. It's about the marketing and all that stuff. It's not just about, you know.
I'm finding a hard time to really think it through well, because especially when you know the artists who are out there right now.
Black Sherif, Stonebwoy.
You know, I mean, they've all been running through my mind right now, but at the same time, I don't open my mouth, because if I mention a name, then I would think twice. If I mention this name, I'm thinking twice, because that's 200K.
Yeah,
you know, and it can. I'll put it on Stonebwoy. You know why? Because I feel that Stonebwoy is in the position where he's still attracting a very solid diaspora a global reach.
Yeah.
You know, and I think he doesn't get that financial support that he really needs to take him to the level of the Davidos and the Wizkids where they are now.
Yeah.
So if I put 200K in Stonebwoy right now, I know I will flip that money back.
Yeah.
Nana, what about you?
I put it Walasi. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So I feel like Stonebwoy, Sack, all these people, we've seen them rise with some amount of backing. For someone like Walasi, I feel like if there's anybody from Ghana who can step toe to toe with, let's say, Burna, and even take over, it's Walasi. Because of his sound, because of how talented he is. If he had the money behind him, I feel like he'll be that thing that defines what Ghana is.
If you had to give flowers to anybody who was here before you guys in this same industry,
Right.
who would you give flowers to off the top of your head without thinking too much?
Kwasan.
Okay.
He deserves the whole farm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, Kwanzaa is definitely, like, it's no debate. Kwanzaa needs like a whole field of flowers on his own. And then maybe we cut like 1/3 of it and then give to other people. Who
A bunch of people who are watching probably don't know who Kwanzaa is, so go look Kwanzaa up.
Yeah.
Yes. Pascal.
Here's the thing. When I came to GH, like, it was important for me to work with people I consider legends growing up. So my first video was with TikTok. So I worked with TikTok, I worked with Obrafo, I worked with VIP and Reggie at the same time.
Abraham is what they have in common.
Yeah, absolutely. So I grew up watching these guys and working with them. But that's in the music industry. But then in the film industry, I met Kwanzaa last year. I sat right next to him at an event by NFA kind of thing. And he said something, I'm not allowed to tell you what he told me, but it's like, we have responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, people like them, like, you know, they've been there, they've done their thing. Now it's up to us, you know. So Kwa is definitely one of them. Fred Amugi, the actor. Like, every time I see him, when I'm on set with him, like, I always pause the set and I make a speech kind of thing, everybody clap for him. People like that, they need to get the flowers. You know what I mean? So, other than that, doesn't have to be that old, but Ajati Anand is someone that I always make sure that, you know what I mean?
Pusha.
Like, absolutely. Pusha. I just shot a feature film with him. He just turned 50 years old, and he's not slowing down.
You guys read his book?
I have his book.
Not yet.
The reason why I don't want to read his book is because
You released to it, brother?
you don't want to see Superman bleed. You're Superman. Be Superman. Stay Superman.
I get you.
You know what I mean? Be Superman. I don't want to see you bleed.
Do you think our industry is crippled? Film industry?
Crippled. We have challenges, like huge challenges.
Yeah, that's crippled.
That's obvious. But I also think it's like we're crippled, but we have wings. So we can decide to fly if we want to fly. Why walk? That's how I see our industry, because there's so much talent. You know, when you're talking about GTN and etc., there's so many people who have done stuff like Shirley, like Edie Coco, like those are people who held down the film industry.
Edie Coco, I used to know his
Harry
full
Lord.
name.
And all those people.
Harry Lord,
I mean, there are people who, when there was nothing happening, they sort of like took the film industry and pushed it gradually to where we are now. So all those people, you know, deserve flowers. But they did all of that with their own might. So that comes to the way you asked about the cripple, an industry being crippled. Our own mind, we have to do it ourselves, because as we all know, there are certain things that we cry for and we ask for, legislation, policy, etc., all of that, which we know will not happen anytime soon. Or even if it does, it won't happen the way it should or the way we want it to.
Yeah.
So the same way as there's a lot of support among ourselves, maybe we have to do it like Kwanzaa said. We have to. If we don't, I don't think it's going to be done the way we want it to be.
If you had to create a documentary telling the journey of a creative who came before us, music, film, who would it be?
Kiki Jan. Ooh. Yeah, because I've been dreaming about that. I've been dreaming of that for years. Kiki Jan. Because that guy's story is great. If there's anybody out there watching who has the money to do
but
it.
I would pick Ambule.
Ambule.
Yeah.
Ambule, Kiki Jan.
Yeah.
I'll do a good Taylor.
Yeah. There you go. That's my other choice.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll do Reggie Rockstar.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Exactly.
I'll make more
hands
money
down.
than you guys.
Well, it depends.
Maybe Kiki Jan will very small.
No, it depends on the angle though. You can actually do all four from 4 different angles, right? Because Reggie's story is a story of now.
I would do a whole series.
Series, movie, documentaries. Reggie's story is a story of now. Kiki's story is a story that lots of people do not know, and the fact that it's
need to know.
and need to know because he was a superstar, a multi-millionaire for that matter. Ebo Taylor's story,
Actually,
Ebo Taylor's story is something that I think young musicians now need to know because he has paved the way and he's still doing it.
Yeah.
And then there's Ambule, somebody who's very individualistic and carve his own thing. And the Ambule story and Reggie's story have a way that they connect in a way, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, we need to start telling our own stories.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Before we got on this,
Right.
somebody brought up the Kwame Nkrumah story.
Yeah.
And you took it from an angle of when he heard he was about to be overthrown.
Yeah, several angles. Yeah, the night he was overthrown, him as a young boy. So you go into like who he is and end when he became president, and then somebody else takes it from then, you know, and somebody else takes it from. There's several angles.
That'd be lovely, yeah.
Definitely need something like that.
Actually, the 200K, if you give me that, what I go take do.
You tell them about Nkrumah story.
Actually, I might be with you on that one.
Yeah. That's some quick money right there.
Yeah.
For me, it's not even the money; it's how long it can run for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the money.
You can stretch it.
Because the artists will fade out.
Yeah.
But our former president, the one who gained independence for us, will never fade out. We'll keep reading about him in schools from class 1 till we finish.
How many Mandela movies haven't we watched?
And we'll still watch.
We'll still wait if they release another one today.
There's Kwame like at least 6 months every single year.
Do we have a Kwame Nkrumah movie?
No, there is no Kwame Nkrumah movie.
We don't.
No Kwame Nkrumah, nothing.
That's
I mean,
terrible.
I'll do a movie about every Ghanaian past president. Because if you hate him, you want to watch and see what I'm saying.
Exactly.
If you love him, you want to watch.
I'll do a
Rollins movie.
Obviously.
Rollins is definitely.
I'm afraid of that one. That one just like
What?
That's gonna be crazy.
See, that's the movie.
That's the
man.
movie.
That's the movie.
Kwame Nkrumah is too chill.
Rollins is the one.
Yeah. Take it back.
You could make Kwame Nkrumah appear for Rollins in Dreaming Side Self.
Who are you picking in your cast? Rollins at age 35. Which actor are you picking?
Well, Majid was always in that conversation.
Yeah.
But
Was?
yes.
Yeah, well.
I mean, he was always in that conversation.
Majid or Ajete?
I will. You know what? I might give it to what's his name?
Jeffrey Notte?
What?
Jeffrey Notte.
Jeffrey Notte.
Jeffrey Notte has played him in some events and all that stuff. And everything.
Majid will kill it too.
He's a comedian.
Yeah.
You know? I said, Majid has lost his voice.
Okay, I see who you mean by Jeffrey Notte.
I think Majid was way overdue for him to play Rollins. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But if not, what are you?
But Pascal, Majid can still play.
Yeah, okay.
AI.
Your pick will be Jeffrey Notte.
I was just thinking outside the box, but definitely has to be Majid. I mean, for the character to really stand out and everything, I would definitely go with Majid.
Yeah.
You too?
I don't know anybody yet, but I mean, right now I'm thinking you're telling the story, and I love to tell the Rollins story from the perspective of his bodyguard. And if you remember him, that man who used to always stand and look left and right. We never heard his voice, always had a file. His perspective is what I want to see, a Rollins story.
What about the perspective of his vice, the guy who he slaved? What's his name? Rollins' vice, he died.
Is it Aka? Yeah. I mean, we all know what the perspective will be. Yeah, but it's not the thing. That story is to be told. And Kensin Aka. Yeah, Cole and Kensin Aka. The man with the bow tie, right?
Yeah. Solid number 2. Everybody needs a number 2.
Yeah, it's true.